Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Did a bit of a different one today. So I actually got finished last night at playing at Incursion in Epsom. Really cool site. It's like an abandoned like World War II bunker, like an air raid kind of shelter bunker, it seems. Like underground tunnels, really cool. Like they have a lighting setup in there, otherwise it would be pitch black. Kind of like intense, but like really fun. So I've got some of the marks already to show. There'll be clips coming up on the shorts and then a gameplay video that comes up shortly, probably with me talking over it like I usually do. But what I am going to do is I'm actually going to repair one of my cameras because this is the Insta360 X5 camera. I really love this camera. You've probably seen me talk about it before in regards to mounting it, and I actually yesterday or last night had it mounted right here on the side, which I actually really like because I like the perspective. It's almost like I get my shooting eye, like my right eye is kind of where I'm aligning, you know, the sights, etc. So it's kind of in that area. Plus it also gives me kind of like a look around my right side, which generally is going to be the side that's like open to what I'm up to. And obviously you can kind of look back as well, which is kind of cool. I did have it kind of mounted here, and I'm not sure which I prefer at the moment, but for right now, I had it here. The issue that I had was I was going up against these tunnel walls, and as I was kind of like running along one of the tunnel walls, you can probably see there, like at the top right on this lens, there is a scratch. So I basically just went straight along and went, and I heard it, and I was like, I think that's going to be a scratch on the lens. Now, it's not super bad, and actually I've looked back at some of the footage, and it's not super obvious. Like, you can see it, you know it's there, but it's not like, you know, it's definitely very obvious. It's kind of just annoying in terms of where it is. So what I actually decided that I'm going to do is I would do a little bit of a video today just repairing this camera lens. It's obviously not as kind of like airsoft focused, but it is, you know, if you're thinking about using a 360 camera. The reason that I actually got this camera, I've had Insta360s before in the past, and they've actually sent me free cameras, not for airsoft, but for other stuff I do. This is really cool because of this. You can actually change out the lenses yourself, which I think is huge, because previously it was like, okay, if you break one of these lenses, then it's gonna make a big difference. Like, you're gonna have to send it in, you're gonna have to wait for them to repair it, you have to have like the right repair policy, whatever it is. These lenses I think are about $30 each, so it's not cheap, but actually having the option to do it yourself, I think is pretty awesome. So I haven't done this before. Let's hope I don't mess it up and then screw the camera. But what I'm going to do is try, put that on there so that the lens doesn't get scratched. I'm going to try and replace this lens. I also have these lens guards, which you can get. I haven't worn these before, and I've kind of like taken the view that this is going to get shot at a certain point, and it is going to require me to change the lens. So I kind of was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep the lens guards off, and then when it breaks, I'll do this. I might look at installing these at the end of this video, just because I kind of think, you know, if I've got two lenses in here, if one of these gets shot out in the next few days when I'm playing, then I am in a bit of trouble. You know, I'm not going to be able to like record footage. I can probably find a spare lens somewhere, but that requires going out and hunting for it. And again, like, I think that's going to be a big effort. So it looks like in the box, basically we have some instructions. We have two of these little lens covers. So there's one here, one here. I think this is the tool for removing the lens. This is, I think, from just like where I've watched before, this is like a little squirt, like a little air squirter, an air pump that you can kind of like blow any dust out of. And then I think in here you have like protective gloves to replace lenses. And what is kind of annoying is it has disposable gloves, but there's only one set. So if you're only doing one lens and you're going to do another lens later, then maybe you can't wear the disposable gloves. Other stuff in here is that, which I think is like a removing tool. This is like a little brush, and then we have some silica gel, which we can throw over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look at this instructions, and then we'll get to doing this. If you have any questions on this specifically, obviously, like if you're not in airsoft, you may just want to watch this video and and kind of do it anyway. It says scan the QR code to watch the tutorial. Do we want to scan the QR code or do we just want to do it? That's the big question. Okay, so it looks like we have like an outer ring that I need to remove here. I then need to pluck the lens out, take the new lens, put the lens in, put the lens ring over the edge, and then rotate it. So there's no dirt inside, so I might try and do it without touching anything or getting any dirt in. I think what these really are for is like, this is basically if you crack the lens, you get a load of dirt in there underneath and you need to like blow that out, because obviously like you can put the lens over the top, and then this we are going to need, which is going to be the removal piece. This is a very interesting tool. It literally is like a kind of like a large wrench kind of thing. Okay, so what it says is, first off, step one, we're going to remove the lens ring. So we have to recommend to put a lens cloth under the camera. Okay, that's what we actually did, which is kind of good. But it looks like I need to put this here and then rotate it left. So it's counterclockwise. No, it's clockwise. Okay, so that's, and it looks like I have to do it twice. Feels like that is doing something. Okay, so that looks like that's taken the lens ring off. What I'm actually going to do is get this ready. Okay, I'm going to need the removal tool next. So that's the new lens right there with like a little like piece on that I can pick it up with. So we'll keep that to one side, ready to go. I'm going to take this, which is the, I think, lens removal tool. We're going to remove this ring. So there's the ring that's now on the end. I'll put that over here. The lens removal tool, it looks like if the rubber seal around the lens comes loose, place it back in the original position. So I just need to basically pry this lens up, or this lens cover. It's actually looking like it's pretty easy. I haven't put the disposable gloves on, which I might regret. Okay, so that's that lens. I'm going to put this new lens on. I'm almost trying to do this as quick as possible. One, for you guys, but mainly because I want to not get any dust or dirt in that area. I think that is on there. So I think we're good with that. Feels like it's on. Okay, so it says we've got to do that. We then squeeze. Okay, now I need to put the lens cap on first. I'm actually going to reuse this lens cap. So I presume I just need to tighten it twice around. That sounded like a little click. I'm going to do it like tight, but not super tight. Pulled that off. Right, so then that looks like that's what I need to do there. So I've pulled that off, which is great. And then it says don't over tighten. I want to make sure that's lined up and all good. Looks like the other side, which is a good sign. And then I think I just need to pull this off, which is that there, and that's done. So now it's got like a little bit of residue on the top there. I'm just going to wipe this down. And that came off very easily. Looks like we've got very lucky there. And because it was just a scratch and I've changed it, there's no like actual effect in terms of the, like I can't see any like dust or anything inside there. Right, that looks perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these lens covers on. I think they're removable. So that's the lens there that we've now removed. To be honest, it did stand up pretty well. Like I fully like scraped it on the side. But obviously, like having a scratch on the lens kind of ruins everything. Sorry, there's construction going on downstairs again. Let me just do this. Okay. Getting the packaging open. So this could be quite a quick. I don't want to. Why did I say that? Of course, I was going to say that. Okay, so what I think we want to do is put these lens covers on, because I don't. If it affects the quality of the video slightly, it's annoying. And obviously, for you guys being able to like see if I create the video, it's kind of annoying having to watch that. But also, if one of these gets shot out now, then I'm in a bit of trouble. I think this is gonna. I think this is gonna like allow me to have just that extra, like, okay, one breaks, you know, we're in trouble. If I have like this, it's like an extra lifeline. Other thing I did yesterday is, because this thing is flashing red lights, which is really annoying. I took some masking tape over this. It worked kind of, but actually like gray masking tape or gaffer tape is not great. I'll just put that out there. It's kind of a, like it just shines through. Like the red is bright enough on that light where it's just shining straight through. So I kind of wish that I'd got some black. I don't know why I didn't get black when I actually ordered it, but okay. So that's looking pretty clean. I think now all I'm gonna have to do is basically just put this onto the top here. I probably should have read the instructions on this one, shouldn't I? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's clicked in. It actually doesn't look too bad. Now this one, let's make sure there's no dust on there. And I'd be interested actually just to see if these stand up to a BB shot. I kind of almost want to test them, but it's too expensive to just do that, really. What is kind of good with these is it's not like I'm sticking them onto the lens. It looks like I can just like rotate them and get them off. But that's now what that's looking like. It's obviously quite a bit more chunky. It's still, I think, going to fit inside my lens kind of cover protector. I think that's what it's built for now, is like that's a longer, kind of bigger piece. I'm probably just going to want to wipe it down a bit. But let's have a look at the quality of the actual image. So if I do this, I think I need to tell it that I've got the lens covers on. And it knows it's got the lens covers on. That's so weird. That's kind of cool. Indicator light off. Do I want that off? I kind of do, actually. That's a really good idea. I'm going to do that. And now settings. It's a nice noise, isn't it? How do I tell it that it's got these? Camera info? No. Accessories, dive case, thermo grip. We haven't got any of those on. Shoot, quick capture. Doesn't look like I need to do anything on there, but like I'll do the, if we look here, you'll be able to see what the quality is like. That's a really annoying like pitch, that noise. Okay, so continue connecting. This was last night, just some of the clips there. You can kind of see where the mount was there. I think that was after a game. Sorry, it's got a lot of like reflection on the actual thing. But you can see there, that's me talking to my friend about it's actually just finished the game. If we look at the actual camera, it says preview is compressed. But like you can see there, that is what it's looking like. And I think that's actually really good considering. Like you can see this, the stitch line, but it doesn't look like the quality's been that affected. So I think we'll go with this, and we will, I'm just going to figure out the settings and see if there's something I need to add on there to just kind of make sure it's on. But this thing was great last night. Really, really like playing with it. I'm excited. So tonight I'm actually heading up to Birmingham. I'm going to be leaving in like an hour, and I'm going to go and play at West Midlands Airsoft with Jaeger Precision, hopefully. So stay tuned for some of that content. I'm hoping to just get some cool posts up playing at a place that I've seen on, you know, I've seen it actually in videos of stuff that he's posted, and I've never actually played there. So it's going to be kind of cool to see another one of those places like in person. But Incursion was awesome. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But this has been a bit of a different video. Hopefully it's not too boring. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, if you want to know anything else about this camera or kind of how I use it. I'm more than happy to answer those for you. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you very soon on the next video. Goodbye.